Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back. It has been a few weeks, but we are back. I had to take some time to reground myself and become a little bit more in tune with myself, but we are back. How have you guys been? I hope you've been magnificent, wonderful, fabulous, glowing, growing, thriving. All the blessings in the world for you. In this week's episode, we are going to be talking about our inner glow up after a breakup, or just if you're ready to just level up, glow from the inside out. This is the video for you, my love. Okay, so as you guys know, I've shared in this channel, I went through a breakup. After this breakup, I decided that I needed to make some internal changes, that I refused to attract similar experiences. I refused to go through a similar relationship without me growing and taking out what it is that I needed in order for me to actually be able to attract something different. So the first thing I recommend doing is declaring to yourself, put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. From this day forward, I accept nothing but the best. I accept nothing but the best in health, in relationships, in finances, in every single aspect of my life. Tell Source, tell God right now that you want to sit in the table of divinity, that you want the absolute best to show you what is possible, that you want an abundant, rich, magnificent, peaceful life. Claim it right now. It is the energy that we claim things with. So when my relationship ended, I made a very strong prayer. I highly recommend you making that prayer right now to whatever faith that you have. Ask right now that you are ready and to bring the people, the experiences, the situations in order for you to elevate to the next level. And then as you start to see people come into your life, new situations to come into your life, have the courage to actually go for them. So I would love to start off by saying that this journey has to start with you wanting this for yourself, not for anyone else, not to show your ex that, oh, look at how good I'm doing without you. Look at what you missed out on. No, my love, this is about you. This is about you claiming your power back, your journey back to your true self, to your true loving self that you were before the traumas, before society put limiting beliefs in you, before your family put limiting beliefs in you. This is your journey back to your heart for you to start living the life of your dreams. So I don't know, I hope you guys can't hear it because I kind of parked in the park and I felt like I wanted to record this video, so a lot of cars are going. I really hope that you guys can't hear it because it's pretty loud. As I started to go on this journey, I made the commitment to myself that I was not going to jump from one relationship to the next, because guys, it's so easy for us to suppress our feelings. It's so easy. That's the easy way out for us to go and find distractions, for us to go and distract ourselves with other people, to go distract ourselves with substances, with drugs, with drinking, with partying. That's the easy way out, for you to distract yourself aimlessly scrolling through social media. But have the courage to sit through the darkest emotions that arise within you. Make the promise to yourself that no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes, how many times you have to cry, how many times you have to give yourself a hug, how many times you have to hold your heart and remind yourself, I am safe, I am safe, I am okay, nothing bad is happening to me, that you will be there for you. I made that promise to myself very early on after that breakup, that I didn't care how long it took, that I would not judge myself for the amount of times that I had to cry, that I was going to release it all. No entrapped energy was going to stay in my body. And something that I would love to bring up as well, because I realized that when I say I'm on my healing journey, a lot of people think, healing, just healing from a relationship. Yes, a part of it is, but this is so much greater than that. A healing journey is you having the courage to unravel all of the trauma from your childhood, the trauma that maybe was even a part as to why it is that your relationship didn't even flourish. Okay, so it goes even before the relationship, you healing and healing, being able to forgive the people that hurt you when you were a child, for forgiving your parents for not showing up, releasing it all, because all of that baggage, all of that energy that you are carrying, it is showing up in your life. It is reflecting on your external life. Those wounds, if you don't have the courage to face them, you are going to energetically attract partners from that frequency of that wound. And I knew that, and I knew that I needed to get very raw and honest with myself as to why it was that I was an energetic match for certain things in that relationship that hurt me, that I didn't want. What within me attracted those things? What within me continued to accept those things? Because if I didn't have the courage to look at myself and be honest with myself and say, what did I have to do in that relationship that I co-created those circumstances, I was just going to keep that wound there, keep that frequency there, and go and attract someone else to just keep that subconscious story going. That, look, this always happens to me, because whether you know it or not, guys, your subconscious mind is running 95% of your life. There is a story right now subconsciously in your mind as to how relationships are, as to how the opposite sex is, as to what like other people do to you. Like, you have a subconscious belief of, oh, this always happens to me in a relationship. And unless you heal that story, you are going to attract those things, because that is the frequency that you are living in. And it always stems from somewhere. It always, most of the time, stems from our childhood and what it is that we saw growing up, when we got hurt growing up. That, like for me, for example, I had a really hard time communicating, speaking my truth, being able to communicate with my partner, ex-partner, that I know where it stemmed from. Growing up, we never spoke about our feelings, and when I tried to express things with my parents, they shut me down. They told me to shut up. Like, I'm the one that's in charge, I'm the one that gets to talk. And you know what that starts to do to you? That little part within you starts to shut down and be like, oh yeah, you're right, it's wrong when I speak up, I shouldn't speak up. And it's those exact same things that you have to go back and unravel all in order for you to start thriving where you are right now. Because all of those subconscious things that happen to you from age 0 to 8 years old are all running your life right now. All of those wounds. On this discovery journey that you go on, commit to yourself that you're not going to jump from one relationship to the next. Because if you do, like, what part within you is not okay with your own presence? What part within you needs another person in order for you to feel fulfilled? Because if that is the energy that you are trying to attract someone from, you are going to attract someone that is either avoidant, that tries to not be there for you, or that is just like also very much someone that feels like they need you in order for them to feel happy. Get to a point where you know that the best thing that anyone in the future can do for you is work on themselves, and the best thing that you can do for anyone in the future is work on yourself, so that you guys can come together in a true, loving, conscious relationship. And it's not coming from a place that I need you, because that is attachment. And attachment is not love. Love is being able to allow the other person to be free, to be who they want, express themselves how it is that they want to, and you still loving them in that way and wanting to be a part of their life so that you guys can thrive in that way. So until you get to that point, be that for yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. Discover the things that you want, what it is that you're willing to accept from other people, what you're not willing to accept from other people. What are your non-negotiable boundaries? What things do you enjoy? What things do you not enjoy? Go find hobbies. Go do things that make you feel so rooted and unshakable with who you are. Things that light up your soul. For me, that was dancing, getting back into the gym, and also just I'm starting to go on this journey of trying new hobbies. I'm excited. I'm about to start some aerial yoga. I'll keep you guys updated. I got into yoga. I do yoga, I would say 5 days out of the week, and that has really helped me centered back into my body, into my mind and body connection, because I realized I didn't really feel that connected to my body. I had so much like negative energy regarding to my body. So being able to connect with it and love it has been a very beautiful journey for me to go on. Be able to tap into your sensuality. Figure out what kind of touch you like in your body. Be willing to give yourself that specific touch. Caress yourself, guys. Love yourself. Tap into that sensuality, because especially as a woman, to be in your divine feminine energy, it's to be also tapped into your sensuality. And sensuality is such a beautiful thing. That's what brings romance into your life. It brings more of that flowing energy. I made a list as to what it was that the highest version of myself showed up as. How does she show up? What are her habits? What are her non-negotiable things that she does daily? How does she smile? How does she speak? What does she do? She loves to learn. How does she feel? How does she make other people feel? And when you sit down and actually take the time to think of these things, they start to be in the forefront of your mind. And you actually start to be able to decipher when you're not in alignment with where it is that you want to be at, and the life, the woman, the version of you that you actually want to be at. Is the lighting getting weird? It's okay. I really recommend you investing in yourself, okay? Because it's so, like, we love to invest in new clothes for ourselves, going shopping, to concerts, going out with friends, on vacations, which is great. Yes, go out, experience the world, experience all of the beauty that the world has to offer to you, but also be willing to invest in your personal development, be willing to invest in your deeper healing, invest in therapy, invest in retreats that possibly walk you through literally releasing the trauma from your body. Invest in coaches and mentors. I highly recommend going to the podcast, the Higher Self podcast, or following Danny Morell on TikTok or Instagram. He has been a big part of my healing journey. He is a mentor of mine, my spiritual mentor. And I started to go to his retreats, Awaken, where he literally holds space for us to be able to tap into those subconscious wounds that we have within us, to be able to release them from your body. And as soon as you release them from your body, guys, you start to feel so much more at peace in your body. You stop being in survival mode. That survival mode that's constantly like, I need someone, like trying to keep other people on check, not allowing you to be at peace, enjoying the present moment, doing things so fast just to get things off of a checklist. It's because you're living off your traumas and your body is not safe in the present moment because you have not released that trauma. Make a routine where you feel so grounded with yourself, a routine that makes you feel centered, aligned. For me, I'm going to share what that looks like for me, but be willing to see what feels good for you. And I highly recommend, especially a routine first thing in the morning, guys, before you check your phone, emails, before you go to work, especially before you pour your energy into family and to people that you love. Make it non-negotiable that you pour energy into yourself first thing in the morning. For me, that looks like before I even get out of bed to the bathroom, I meditate. And that is very good to do because when you're waking up, you're kind of in that theta wave state where it is extra easy for you to start reprogramming your subconscious mind. So what I do is first thing in the morning, I get in a meditation where it is that I start envisioning the life that I want. I start envisioning the health of my dreams, how I want the relationships around me to look, how it is that I want to feel. I want to feel energetic, high stamina. How it is that I want my finances to look, my dream life, it is that I want to be able to provide for other people. I start to do all of that because if you also follow Joe Dispenza's work, our ability to visualize how it is that we want our life to look, our minds cannot tell the difference between something actually happening in the 3D world or in the 5D world. Okay, so all of the possibilities, your dreams, your highest desires, they already exist. You just have to become an energetic match for it. So when you're able to do that first thing in the morning, being able to get yourself in that state, feeling the feelings of how would I feel living my dream life, with traveling the world, not since you only accept the best from this day forward, imagining yourself in first class, how it is that you would be spending your money, how it is that you would be spending the time with your family, your dream apartment, your dream life. Get into that and how it is that it would make you feel, and start to watch your life transform. How you want your relationships, your friendships to make you feel, guys. And I also started to kind of write down, what does my dream relationship look like? Because even though I'm not looking for someone right now, because I have made the commitment to myself, since I feel like when we get in relationships in a really young age, like especially for me, I went from living with my parents straight to living with my partner. I never really had that time to know myself, fully discover myself, be okay with me and my presence without any distractions. Guys, sometimes that can get uncomfortable, okay? When I would first do that, which is what I realized, this is why I would also constantly need my partner, constantly need to be with friends, constantly need to be smoking the green, because this feeling would arise within me, and I would just do whatever it was that I needed to do in order to not feel that feeling. And when I started to have the courage to sit down and actually feel it, you might feel like you're withdrawing from something, uncontrollable crying. You're like, what is going on? Especially as you're starting to build on this new identity, guys, you might start to feel like you're spiraling down, like you don't even know who you are. Well, but that is okay, because you are literally changing your identity. And in order for you to start living from a new frequency, from this new identity of yours, that old identity has to die. So yes, it feels like you're dying because a part of you is quite literally dying. So have grace with yourself, and it's totally okay. So when I started to write down even not only my dream partner, okay, I wrote down what my dream life was like in finances, in health, and then in partnership. Because even though I'm not currently looking, I'm like, I know what it is that I want, so that when something that is not that comes around, I know to not waste my time on it. Because when we get clear with what it is that we want, we stop entertaining anything that does not align with that, guys. So I really recommend doing that, just like getting clear with how you want to be showing up, the woman that you want to be, the man that you want to be, so that you don't entertain those habits that don't align with the highest version of yourself. For me, that was no longer smoking, okay? Because when I used to smoke all day, every day, and when that relationship ended, I also decided I'm gonna end. My first biggest addiction was being anxiously attached and needing a male attention. When the relationship ended and some guys started to reach out to me, that anxious attached part of me was like, oh, I can get attention from somewhere else. And I was like, Laura, no, you deserve better. That inner child within you that's afraid of being abandoned, that was abandoned by her parents to come to the US, and subconsciously that had been my fear all along, she deserves for me to show up. She deserves for me to not continue abandoning her. Because realize that, especially when you're anxiously attached, guys, you're so afraid of others abandoning you, but in the process of you trying to get others to not abandon you, you're doing to you what you're afraid that others will do to you. You abandon yourself, your emotional stability. Stop depending for someone else to come and be your emotional savior. Be able to grow your emotional intelligence. Walk yourself through feeling those emotions. Remind yourself, I don't need to react upon these emotions. Now, does that require for you to do it again and again and pivot? Yes. Have the grace with yourself. You're literally reprogramming your mind from all of the trauma, all of the beliefs that have been running your life. Okay, so it's all a journey, my love, and being able to heal, you have to realize that it's not just healing. Healing is, I love to say, it's all wavy, baby. It's literally like that. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm doing so good, and I'm like, what was that going on? But you know what me and my friend had a conversation about, and we realized that when different things continue to come up, it's almost like when you're healing, your subconscious mind starts to bring up other things that it has suppressed, it has put in the back burner, because it knew that you weren't capable of fully processing those things. So when you're actually doing the work, get ready for the layers of the onion. Once you heal one thing, the next layer, the next thing you've been attached to, the next subconscious identity, and the next, because your subconscious mind sees that you are doing the work. It sees that you finally have the courage, the resources for these things to be processed. So it'll actually start to bring these things up. Find a community, guys. Find a community that can support you. Find a community that's also growing, that's thriving, that inspire you, that you don't feel judgment from them, that you don't feel like there's any, that you leave those conversations feeling like there was more value added into your life as opposed to you being drained. And if that means that you have to let go of old relationships, then so be it. Love yourself enough. Because remember, from this day forward, we accept nothing but the best in friendships as well, the best foods for our body, especially our body, guys. Prioritize your health. Start saying that you will work out every single day. Even it doesn't have to be a specific workout. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body wants for the day. Maybe that day you just go on a 5-minute walk outside. Maybe you just do a yoga session. Maybe that day you do weights, Pilates, you go dancing. Listen to your body, because as you listen to your body and what it is that it needs, your body starts to see that it can trust you more. Your intuition starts to see, this person is actually listening to what it is that I'm trying to tell them. And your intuition starts to get louder and louder, and you start to decipher what things are good for you and what things are not. Because as soon as you start to feel like the energy is off, that's your intuition, your higher self telling you there is something off here, and you have to have the courage to listen to that intuition of yours, guys. So I believe that this is all that we're going to talk about today. I think the overall thing you should get out of this is that do the things that light you up. Invest in the things that are going to walk you through and hold the space for you to actually release the entrapped trauma from your body. Because as soon as you start to do the inner work, you start to glow externally. It is inevitable. It's going to happen, okay? Because all of a sudden your body can flow more. You can flow through life more because there's not this stagnant energy holding you back. You can show up for people better because you show up for yourself better. You can love others at such a deeper level because you love yourself at a deeper level. You can support others and actually be excited for them in whatever endeavor, you know what I'm trying to say, they want to do, because you know that you're also living your true highest things that you want to be doing. Because let me just say, when you are judging, when you are not happy for what it is that other people are doing, their projects, their creative ideas, it is always because they are being a mirror to the life that you're not having the courage to step up to live, okay? Have so much grace for yourself in this journey. I would love if you followed it along the way. I would love to see you glowing, growing, and thriving. Follow me on my social media. I really recommend you following me on Instagram so that we can just literally grow alongside each other and just hold each other accountable. It is so important to have a community where you hold each other accountable to your growth. They inspire you. You see what they're working on. It inspires you to work on you, to go do creative ideas. You collaborate. It's a beautiful thing, guys. On my Instagram, I just share a lot about, if I do a meditation, I will link the meditation I'm doing. If I'm doing a yoga I'm following along, I will link the yoga that I'm following along, the books that I'm reading. So I'm just constantly sharing resources, videos that really inspire me and get to think differently. I would love if you followed me there just to hold that accountability. If you need an accountability partner, message me. I'm thinking of starting a group where we hold each other accountable daily of the things that we're doing. Okay, so follow me, and I'll probably be posting about it soon so that I can add you to that group. My love, thank you so much for sharing your energy with you. Sharing your energy with me, taking the time to have this energy exchange. Go have a magnificent day. You are the creator of your life. Choose from this day forward the best of the best, okay? Remind yourself every day, I am abundance. I am limitless. I am the creator of my life, because your external world is a pure reflection of your internal world. Thank you for sharing this energy with me. Sending you so much love. I will see you guys next week for sure. I regrounded myself. I'm ready to start posting weekly again. Mwah.